You say motherfuckers is safe.
I'm real as the shit, as real as it gets. It's real talk and I'm really the shit. I'm like a star in the presence of gifts. Give you light where it doesn't exist. Real truth put me up on the list. Real talk, can you handle the spit? Real facts put your soul on the lips so we can journey with the solar eclipse. There's realness when reality hits. In the presence of minds with third eyes open all in this bitch. Eyes shut, we just open with slits so you can focus on truth. The vortex catching all of these myths. Fast spoken through the strength of my lips. But I'm so amazing with this. Truth is, I'm as real as it gets.
Okay, good work on this shit. My bad, y'all. Forgive me. I be ready to give up, but then people do be encouraging me and stuff like that. But you gotta understand, if you want somebody like me to keep bringing you this truth, you want me to keep risking shit. I want to say this though.
I'm real as the shit, as real as it gets. It's real talk and I'm really the shit. I'm like a star in the presence of gifts. Give you light where it doesn't exist. Real truth put me up on the list. Real talk, can you handle the spit? Real facts put your soul on the lips so we can journey with the solar eclipse. There's real myth when reality hits. In the presence of minds with third eyes open all in this bitch. Eyes shut, we just open with slits so you can focus on truth. The vortex catching all of these myths. Facts spoken through the strength of my lips. I'm so amazing with this. Truth is, I'm as real as it gets.
What the fuck you really give a fuck about? I'ma say that. See, a lot of y'all support bullshit. A lot of y'all say you don't want drama. A lot of y'all say you don't want XYZ, but then you don't support a channel like me. And I ain't the only channel out here like me. Anybody, any channel out here that's trying to educate you or wake you the fuck up, support us. Period.
Hello, everybody. This is not going to be a long live. I got things to do, but I just want to do this because, first of all, April was Autism Awareness Month. I just personally chose not to do something every day this month because I live with a child with autism every day. So it's not a month thing for me. You know how like people like to celebrate Black History Month, but I'm Black every day type ish. So I chose not to do, but I'm like, okay, this is the last day. I'll make it count. Now it is what it is. You got ignorant people that don't want to hear about this topic. But I'm going to talk about it. Hopefully people that can read won't click on this video if they don't like to hear about autism. But for those of y'all that don't want to continue to be ignorant, because let me say something to you real quick. It's getting to the point that it's damn near 1 in 5 has some form of autism. Okay? So let me go ahead and share my screen and get on with this. But make sure y'all share this live as well, because I'm about to get back on track as far as going live or doing uploads or whatever on a regular basis. Because when you don't do it on a regular basis, you fall out of the algorithm. Okay? Thank you, Wise Warrior. Okay, so anyway, first thing, right? Now, you know, everybody talk about different races like Black Lives Matter, Asian Lives Matter, all that BS, right? But see, at the end of the day, guess what? Autism lives matter. Because see, when it comes to autism, they come in all shades, nationalities, races, whatever label you want to put on them, they come in it. Okay? Family of an autistic man says deputies were warned of his disabilities before shooting. When Isaiah Cervantes spiraled into a mental health crisis, his family called 911. A sister and a therapist who works with him told the LA County Sheriff's deputies who responded that the agitated 25-year-old had autism and was hard of hearing, according to another sister and a lawyer for the family. Now, I will say this as a mother of a child with autism. Me personally, oh, thank you, controller. Thank you. I appreciate you, sis. Love you too. I would never call 911. Me and my family will deal with it on our own. I would never call 911. Why? Because as you're going to see in this live, these officers are not educated or trained when it comes to people with autism, let alone with anybody with these type of disabilities, because all it is a mental delay. That's all it is. Okay. But nonetheless, this family said they warned him, right? So despite the warnings, the encounter quickly escalated and ended minutes later when the deputy shot him, causing injuries that could leave him paralyzed. I'm quoting his sister, "Known he may not walk, it's just not right. I wish that they would be more trained officers that know how to deal with disabilities." I don't think they serve our community well. In this case, the system failed the family. The sheriff's department did not immediately respond to questions, nor do they ever. Okay? That was my 2 cents. No justice, no speech. Autism, a deadly hazard when dealing with police. 5 days after George Floyd's death, following his arrest and violent restraint by Minneapolis police officers, over 6 miles away on the streets of Jerusalem's Old City, another innocent man also lost his life at the hands of state authorities. 32-year-old Palestinian lled, I apologize if I'm saying the name wrong, but y'all can also look on the screen and read along, was not just innocent because he had committed no crime, but also because he was at the severe end of the autism spectrum. If you do not know, when it comes to autism, it's a spectrum. My son he's placed on the high end, meaning a highly functioning, meaning they're not severe. meaning he could talk and blah, blah, all this other stuff. Like there's levels to this, okay? So this particular person was placed on a lower end. Actually, not just lower, the severe end. Okay? Which what that means is for him, y'all notice how I said for him? I'm going to get into that in a minute. You're going to understand why I said for him. He had limited communication skills and no comprehension of palpable haze of sectarian tensions overshadowing that district of the city. I don't know what the hell any of that shit's supposed to mean, but moving the fuck on. His death is part of a wider global pandemic of individuals with intellectual disabilities and psychiatric disorders losing their life because police forces misinterpret behaviors relating to their condition as suspicious and non-compliant. That's why I chose to do this video. Because see, all lives matter. But do you understand the severity of the situation when it is? It don't even have to be an autistic person. Let me make that very clear. It could be somebody with Down syndrome, Williams syndrome. Look that up if you don't know what that is. Any type of issue, right? When it comes to anything with comprehension delays, you're gonna have some issues. Okay? Cop who shot at autistic man holding a toy truck was acquitted of felony charges. So don't you even think that when a cop shoots a black person or a person of color, don't think that they're the only ones to get acquitted. No, this applies to people with disabilities as well. Okay? I'm going to put these links in the description box. If I fail to do so, please remind me, and they will be in there on Monday. So y'all can read these full articles for yourself. Cops killed autistic teen by sitting on him chokehold. I need you to understand and hear this. Because see, everybody want to keep talking about George Floyd, but nobody want to talk about every daggone body else that's gone through the same damn thing. New Orleans, January 2021. That's this year. Sheriff's deputies in the New Orleans suburb sat on a shackled, obese, severely autistic 16-year-old boy for 9 minutes and put a chokehold on him for part of that time until he died. And this is according to a federal lawsuit filed Thursday against the sheriff and 7 deputies in the death last year. Did you hear about this? So the death happened in 2020. The lawsuit was filed in 2021. The sheriff's office, of course, described the lawsuit as rife with false claims and malicious accusations. Of course. However, in that statement, they did not mention specific false claims. If you're going to say somebody put a false claim on you, you need to be specific. So what was so false? So both obese, I need you to understand this. I'm going to read this and I'm moving the fuck on. Okay, yeah, there. Both obesity and autism make breathing more difficult when someone's face down. Obesity and autism makes breathing more difficult when being face down, especially if they are severe. If you don't understand that, look that up as well. The deputy weighed 365 pounds and stood 6 feet 3 inches when he applied. Okay, that's when back in 20s. Okay, anyway, blah, 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 anyway. He held that young man for 9 minutes and 6 seconds. During that time, according to the suit, there were several clear and distinct opportunities when EP was secured, was calm, and not actively resisting. When deputies should have, but didn't appropriately reduce the use of force. And at that time, nobody was checking to see if he was breathing. He wasn't put on his side or sitting or recovery position to let him breathe more. Look, let me move the fuck on because I'm going to say something that might be controversial at the end of this, but it is what it is. Because we all got one life to live, right? See, I'm not about to sit up here and entice any type of violence or any shit like that. But I'm going to tell you something. You got one life to live. Don't you ever let anybody with a motherfucking man-made title take your life. Me personally, I'm gonna fight for my life. I don't give a fuck what that means. If that means I gotta sit in a motherfucking jail cell, at least I'm still breathing. Fuck all that. Because you can still make a difference behind bars. Message. Fuck all that. We fighting. And you as a bystander, do something. I mean that. Do something. Too many of us stand by and we don't do shit. I'm the type of person, I don't give a fuck who you are. If I see, I've done this in my life. I'm not even talking out the side of my neck or none of that shit like that. If I see something, I'm going to say something. You same people that say that you Christian and all that shit, what your Bible say? Be a voice for the voiceless. You got to defend the people that can't defend themselves. That means even when somebody's being pinned the fuck down. That's defenseless. Message for your ass. Last year, a police officer in Salt Lake City shot a 13-year-old boy with an autism spectrum disorder after his mother called 911 seeking help for her son who was experiencing mental health crisis. Now, I get it. I'm really not trying to sit here and judge parents to do this, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to encourage anybody. Please don't call 911. If you call 911 when it comes to your autistic child, be prepared for what the fuck is going to happen. Me personally, I'll go toe-to-toe with mine. I have never had the need to call 911. Never. I would never do that because I already know what it is. They're not even educated. Fuck that. I'm not doing that. I will take a black eye or any other type of shit before I call the fucking police. Fuck all that. My child don't even have to have autism. I would never be on Jerry Springer or Maury talking about my child running me. My child will my ass. The fuck, the devil is a liar? The hell? Shit. I don't know who the fuck raised y'all. I'm not calling 911 no dumb shit like that. I'm just saying. My son tried that shit me one time, balled his fist up. Now look, I said, what you trying to do? I brought you in this while I'll take your ass out. What you trying to do? Just saying. He relaxed his fucking hands real quick. I don't give a fuck. I'm not saying I can't get my ass whooped or none of that shit, but what I'm saying is, I ain't no punk. It ain't even about being a punk. I'm not calling no police because I know the outcome of that shit. I'll take an ass whooping before I take having to plan a funeral. Okay? Message. I'll take an ass whooping before I have to plan a funeral. Period. I'm going to show y'all some things real quick, and then I'm going to get into this video. I want to show you of the 13-year-old that lost his life because of what the police did. It was excessive. Okay? And thank you, Kenneth. I just saw your message. Thank you. Yeah, if you want to support the channel, y'all, check my description box. There are many ways to support this channel. One, you can watch the ads when you see them. Because see, everybody can't donate. Perfectly fine. $1 is good too. But if you can't do that, fine. But watch your ad. If you don't want to physically sit there and watch your ad, go take a piss, brush your teeth, wipe your ass, whatever the fuck you need to do. Do that. But let that ad run. That's support. Okay? Share the video on your social media platforms, whatever. See, support comes in many ways. A lot of times people think support is just like, oh, I got to donate to your PayPal or Cash App. No. If you motherfuckers will watch these ads, most of us channel holders would not be telling y'all or asking y'all to hit up our Cash App or PayPal message. Okay? Just fucking saying. Oh, and get people to subscribe as well. Anyway, I gotta hurry up because I be long-winded as fuck. Yeah, autism is not a tragedy. Ignorance is the tragedy. That's why I want to do this. See, if you met one individual of autism, you've met one individual of autism. They are not one and the same. They are individuals. That's why it's a spectrum. Yes, there is the severe and there is the high. But even within the severe, middle, and high, there is still many, many chapters within all of that as well. So they still not the same. They are individuals. Don't get any of that twisted. And if I'm not looking in the chat, y'all, please don't think I'm just trying to get through this. Autism is not a disease. You cannot cure it. Okay, it's not a disease. You didn't cause it. It's not a disease. You can't cure it. But you can try to educate yourself, aka understand it. Just because you don't understand something, you don't have to treat it like it's a disease message. Just because you don't understand something, don't mean you need to treat it like it's the plague. Oh God, I'm going to catch something if I try to relate. The fuck? Try to educate yourself. Because see, every one of us that is a parent of a child with any type of disability, we didn't push. I didn't push out a manual out of my puss. Okay? I didn't get no fucking manual. You don't get that shit. You educate yourself. Even when these motherfuckers diagnose your child, you think these motherfuckers have you signed up for classes to how to deal with this shit? No. It's a learn as you go type shit. Oh, so-called mild autism doesn't mean one experiences autism mildly. That's why, even though my son is placed on a high end of the spectrum, I hate that, but it is what it is. And I get why they do that. But that doesn't make the autism any less. Message. It don't make the autism any less. That's what this means. So-called mild. What mild means is the children or the people that is placed on the high spectrum of autism, they're considered mildly autistic. But that doesn't mean that the experiences are any less. It means you experience their autism mildly. You may not know how hard they had to work to get to the level they are. And I need to tell you this real quick. This shit is so relevant. That's why I chose to share this in this live. When my son was, I knew before he was 4. But when he was finally diagnosed after all the different specialists and stuff that I went to, people that knew him before he was 2, they saw the difference. They saw it. They knew how far he came. They knew when he wasn't talking. They knew when he wasn't doing eye contact. That type of shit. So that's what that means when it comes to work. Because he had to be taught everything. He had speech therapy. Do you know how old my son was when I heard mama? Mommy? I'm not going to tell you. But that's just a little something for you to fucking think about. For you motherfuckers to take a lot of shit for granted. See a motherfucker like me? I ain't no weak bitch. You don't know what a parent with a child with disability goes through. Because guess what? We learning too. And we are the us that are good. Because not all. Remember, a child got 2 parents. But the good ones is the voice. They told me my son wouldn't get a high school diploma. I said the devil was a liar. My son has a high school diploma. I wasn't going for that shit. Now he's already black. and autistic, fuck that. When you already got a bunch of strikes against you, no, I'm not gonna let you have every fucking strike. Fuck you. He got a high school diploma, in case you're wondering. I'm about to show you this video real quick. It's a little graphic, but I'm about to show it to you, and then I'm gonna end this live. But I just want you to see this real quick, just so you understand.
At QVC, we've got the brands, the experts, and the deals all in one place. And all month long, we're celebrating you and your friends and family with fresh, new finds, deals, and programs during QVC's Friends and Family Month.
Today, the judge released video showing two deputy city marshals in Marksville, Louisiana, opening fire on a car and killing a 6-year-old autistic boy. It happened back in November. The officers are now charged with murder. David Begnaud has the footage, and we warn it is disturbing to see.
This police body camera video captured the moment when two city marshals shot a hail of 18 bullets into Christopher Few's SUV last November, and when they discovered his 6-year-old autistic son Jeremy sitting in the passenger seat. He was struck 5 times in the head and the chest. Few survived. His son was buried a week later. It is the first time the public has seen the 13-minute video. A judge ordered the release today. A grand jury saw it last year and indicted Derek Stafford and Norris Greenhouse for second-degree murder. Officers, did you guys intend to kill that father and son? Police say Stafford and Greenhouse chased Christopher Few after he drove away from an argument with his girlfriend. The video captures the moment the SUV was cornered. Originally, one of the officers said Few tried to ram his vehicle, posing an imminent threat. Investigators say that was a lie. The video shows Christopher Few, bloodied, wounded, and unarmed, get out of his vehicle. Through the bullet-shattered windows, you can see officers poke the little boy, who doesn't respond. Both officers involved will be tried separately. David Begnaud, CBS News, New York.
My seminars are a great tool to help young homeowners who are turning into their parents. Now remember, they're not programs, they're TV shows. You woke up early, no one cares. Yes.
So I was using something called Home Quote Explorer from Progressive to easily compare home insurance rates. Was I hashtagging?
Progressive can't help you from becoming your parents, but we can help you compare rates on home insurance with Home Quote Explorer.
Guess what? The waiter doesn't need to know your name.
It's been said, the sun, sea, and fresh air are the best medicine of all. We couldn't agree more. And at Sandals, we have an...
Thank y'all for watching. Please make sure you share this live. Thumbs it up. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And support this channel any way you want, but check the description box before you ask me some questions. And y'all have a good weekend, and y'all be safe. And oh yeah, let me show you a quick little story with you real quick. I'm not getting no fucking vaccines. But today my job, this white guy, right? He didn't have his mask on. He was like, put the mask on. He was like, I'm fully vaccinated. I don't know why I still need a mask. So we was on the elevator together. And in my head, I'm thinking, shit, I'm not even no percentage vaccinated. Message, because I ain't getting vaccinated. These motherfuckers, oh, now you could walk around with no mask as long as you vaccinated. The fuck? I've been walking around with no mask outside since March 2020, and I walked right past the police. I work by the fucking FBI. How the fuck you doing all that shit? They ain't arresting me. But y'all keep falling for that okie doke if the fuck you want. This shit is not a law. Wearing a mask is not a law. Please understand that. Evvonne only puts a mask on when I gotta go in somebody's fucking store so I can buy some fucking groceries. That is it. Period. Stay woke or wake the fuck up. Have a nice weekend and share my shit. Thank y'all for y'all support. I appreciate all y'all that support me and that support truth. Period. Have a good night.